YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Neil, Goodfella Neil coming through with another talk. Today's talk is going to be on my thoughts. I just want to make sure I collect them all together. Shouldn't be too long neither, but I'm gonna just get my point across right here. Now, this is my thoughts on 2016 sneaker culture. My thoughts on it is, as far as is it gonna increase and all that? Is it gonna be like the past years? You know what I mean by that is like stuff selling out constantly. Stuff not being restocked, or well, I don't know. In the past, stuff was restocked some, but as far as like reselling and because all that stuff is a determinant factor, like when it come to like restocks and price, and if people really want it and stuff and all that. So but even price really can just drive somebody away from a shoe, even if they really want it. You know what I mean? I'm kind of in that boat. You know what I mean? It's only a certain amount of money I really spend on a kick. So first off, don't feel I didn't get a chance to cop the white cement fours, but I know people probably saying, did you even try or whatever. Just to be honest, like I got bills to pay and stuff, so I didn't have it for that time. But I think Jordan Brand and all that, they just dropped that in time for people tax return and all that stuff, and I feel like people doing a temporary millionaire thing, and if they can buy it, they're gonna buy it. And I don't even know what resale is on the white cement fours with the Nike Air on the back right now. Hopefully they ain't nothing too crazy, because I still want those kicks. Still a few Jordan retros I want, even a few from last year. But after looking at the radar with like seeing what's coming out this year, I'm definitely cool on a lot. I say probably like 85 to 90% of the Jordan releases that's coming out this year, I'm definitely cool on. Some of the ones that I think is actually going to sell out or move a lot of units and not last too long is the Master 12s, the Jordan 12, Jordan 12 Masters. The black, all black, and that little hint of silver with the gold tips. That do look fresh. It do look clean. Another one that if they do drop the metallic 5s, I think those will sell out as far as the summer shoe go. As far as the 220 price tag, I can see them sitting just a few days, but they should be going in less than a week at the longest. The Jordan 12s, I can see those, like I said, the Master 12s that I just mentioned. I said those will sell out, or eventually, because people in all black shoes now and stuff like that. I remember when all black shoes was not the stuff, man. It was like a waste of money. It used to feel like a waste of money to buy an all black shoe. If you was buying an all black shoe, it was like basically for like work. But now it's so funny to see them sell now. But I think it'll definitely sell, because people is definitely hyped and like it. I mean, look at that shoe, man. It's like you can't even. It's like what type of cleaning would you have to do? So. Even though he didn't wear that shoe, but it's gonna be easy as hell to clean that shoe, if anything. Moving on though, I feel like that shoe might sell out. Might be going in the same thing in less than a week at the longest. Flu Games 12s, those gonna be gone and probably cause since those drop in May, I'm happy they dropping them for the summer, right in time for the summer. Those one of the ones I had. The Flu Game 12s is one of the last retros I had as a kid. It's like 98. Man, if I could find that picture, that'd be super smooth. My cousin got it. He showed me it the other day, and it was crazy. I was like, man, what was I thinking? I ended up switching the lace out and put a white lace in there. And then, too, they're bringing it back in this OG form with the leather. None of that other stuff with, like, the nubuck or nothing like that. But the irony in the sneaker game is that, like, the nubuck ones will probably be worth more now or something like that. But it depends on taste. For me, preferably, I like the leather ones more, like how they came out. And as far as like the incline, like, yeah, we was just like this. It's like one of the things, like, only thing I think we just experienced in the recent months with the white cement force was just that tax bubble. That's it. You know, everybody had enough to get it, and you know, people was heading, you know, and I feel like we just on the incline. Like we already had that peak. Let me make sure I'm in the camera. We already had that peak like this. I feel like we still headed down like this. Like we right here right now. We're not all the way down here yet and leveled out fully, but I definitely see us being like right here. Let me move it down a little bit. You know what I mean? My imaginative, creative mind. But yeah, that's the kind of slope I just feel like we on right now as far as like the sneaker culture, particularly Jordans in this day and age. I mean, what do you guys think about, you know, certain brands doing a lot of collabs? You know, just not too long ago, a few months ago, I was just saying it's funny that the new limited release probably gonna be the new GRs, the new general release, because people gonna be coming out with so many collabs. People playing that limited game a lot. You know, for the most part, it's working. And let me stop saying but for the most part, it's working. You know, I guess if you got a pair, you don't really, you know, you're not really gonna complain about it. Only thing I could think of, yeah, it might be limited, but some of those prices on some of those kicks that sold out in the past actually start to drop, and people just start to forget about it. It's funny, man. Like I remember when it was almost hard to cop Kamikaze 2s at one point, but people started figuring out that they really wasn't reselling and all like that. The Reebok Kamikaze 2s, the OG colorway. I thought people was gonna sleep on that. They picked up on it. It was just that point where people were just trying to test everything in a resale. I feel like people was less likely to do that now. I still believe you got a few go hard resellers that just try to throw it, you know, try to predict or whatever what people will want and stuff like that. You got some people that actually know what they're doing, but I don't too much care for them taking advantage of the people that's actually waiting there to try to get their pair. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not a hater. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything eventually just gonna level out and just go, you know, down like that, and just it's just gonna level out and stable out, and people like, because the release is not too hot this year, really. They kind of cooled off. And looking at the Jordan lineup, man, I didn't even see not one Jordan 8 come out. Now, I'm not the biggest Jordan 8 fan, you know what I'm saying? I like the shoe, I respect the shoe, you know, so I don't, you know, don't get it twisted. Maybe they took note of what happened at the end of last year. This is another video I mentioned, you know, why ain't they mentioning, you know, this 23rd year of the 8? How come they ain't do nothing special and all that, you know? You see they didn't bring back the theme with the whole champagne and cigar pack, you know, and as far as like the Jordan 9 and Jordan 10, he didn't win nothing with those, so, you know, next cigar or champagne pack will be the 11s, and you know, year of the 11s, I can definitely see that going wild, you know, crazy, but it's like, it depends on the sneaker game then. Will it be actually stable, or will it still continue to go down, decline? As far as it declining, it's just one of the things I just feel like basic economics, when you increase the supply, it was just kind of funny though that you would think they would keep the price at the same price, but while increasing the supply, but they kind of caught people a little off guard with that whole price jump, and then they still put more out. So it's kind of a, you know, if you want them, you're gonna have to pay a lot for them. You know, that stuff just keep going up. A person like me that's been in this, don't get it twisted. I ain't been in this game since like the mid 2000s or even the late 2000s, because I started in late 2010. Just to see it jump from $150 to $40 more plus tax, that's a lot, man, within like a 5 to 6 year period. So I don't want to too much keep y'all here too much longer. Y'all know what it is, man. This is Nail Goodfella Nail. That's just my thoughts as far as like the sneaker game in 2016. I feel like companies just gonna still do what they do, and you know, things just gonna slowly start, not in a bad way, it's just natural economics. I don't care how many more new sneakerheads get into this, because it's only but so many things that's determining it. He only wore but so many shoes, it's only but so many OG colorways, and it's only but so many times you can release all 13 or 14 models, even in different colorways, and most of the Retro Plus colorways are, you know, are not that fire. You know what I'm saying? And it's no diss to them. You know, I don't know how they do their color decisions or whatever. Some of them are on point, but the OGs are definitely nostalgic and definitely on point. But you know how it is, man. Eventually, you know, the torch gonna burn out. Now, I ain't trying to say Jordans will go out of style, but I just feel like everybody, it'll just start getting watered down, and people would just like kind of just like leave it alone. And before I head up out of here, the Jordan Bred 1's supposed to come out. I didn't see nothing about the Metallic 5s dropping on the list, but I don't know. I'm still not gonna write it off. They might still drop them, but man, it'd be nice to cop some Bred 1's in September. So, rate, comment, and subscribe if you want. The Snail Goodfella, Goodfella Nail. I am out of here. Peace.